Sweet. That's it. cage.
Well, I'll be damned. You actually did it. Nuka World is ours. All of it.
Why are you acting surprised?
Hey, no disrespect, boss. You've just gotta understand. We ain't ever been on ground this solid before. Now that we're here, let's keep this party going. I'm thinking it's time we set our sights on the Commonwealth.
I think I like where you're going.
Taking back Nuka World is these bunch of savages need a goal, something to focus on. If they ain't in an operation this big, we're gonna need more of, well, Commonwealth has a ton of shitty little settlements that could be put to better use.
Sure. And I suppose you'll have someone else give the orders while I'm gone.
Hey, ever since you set foot in Nuka World, I've been looking out for your interests. If we're aiming to grab a piece of the Commonwealth, it's going to... I say we go have ourselves a chat with Shank. He's the point man for everything entering and leaving Nuka World. He floated this idea before. Been itching to talk to you ever since you took over. So I bet he's got a good idea of where to start. He's in charge of the caravan, so odds are you can find him somewhere near the marketplace.
If you're vouching...
Yeah, sure. How else do you think he ended up at the top of my Christmas list? Just head over and talk to the guy. He'll back up what I'm saying about the Commonwealth. And while you're doing that, I've already got the gangs working on getting Nuka World's power plant up and running. It's about time we shed some real light around here and let people know we mean serious business. Oh, and if you want my advice, or if you want me to tag along, you've got it. Sometimes, works in your favor if the sheep see you coming. They make mistakes.
Look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. The gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you're standing here, well, I suppose Gage figured you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
And what makes you think I've been convinced?
Well, if you aren't yet, you sure as hell should be. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears. So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave, or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land, or you want to wipe them out?
Let me talk to them. I'll convince them to leave.
Works for me. Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The operators.
Got it. I'm sure they'll appreciate you thinking of them. That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
I'm ready.
Good. So, what's the target? Wait, pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
That one's the target.
Ruthless. So, to get these folks to scram, you got 2 main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Lizzie Wyeth over with the operators should have some toys that'll make running them off easier. And it's worth keeping in mind, the more populated or fortified a place is, the more prep you're gonna want to do before trying to run them off. Happy hunting, boss.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
You got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me. If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Hey, you.
Yeah? Can I help you?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You want this place? Listen, I'm not trying to piss you off here, but I'm not sure that's gonna work. This is home.
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go now.
Oh, that's how it's gonna... Fine. Take it. Place is all yours.
The land's yours, okay? What just happened? It's bound to.
Yeah, I'm thinking this place'll do. At least once we get some supplies coming in. You ought to head on back, boss. Let them know how it went.
Well. Rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and talked a group of settlers right off their land. Not too shabby. I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Let me talk to them. I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure. So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
The disciples.
Sounds like a plan. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. Farm called Abernathy's not too far from our new outpost. Might be a good place to hit if we can. So, what's the target? Huh. Was that... Believe that spot's one of yours, boss. Still want to proceed?
That one's the target.
Just wanted to make sure. So, to get these settlers to cough up provisions, they need to know that we aren't a crew to be trite. You can try convincing them to pay up. Or you can...
Raider radio station. Like I need that in my life. Yeah? Help you with something?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just give it to you.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, all right? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. Now please, get the hell out of here.
Sounds like they're gonna tear the place apart if we don't get the hell out of there.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this.
You like your face the way it is? Then get
Shank.
out of mine.
Figure this would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in Commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up. And our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
I want to try talking to them.
So that's a no then. Look, boss. Your clout may get you what you want around here, but that doesn't earn you a thing with raiders in the Commonwealth. All those mutts understand is force. And I think it's time you and them came to just such an understanding. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Hey, Shank.
Watch yourself. You of all people know that they're coming.
Hey there.
Good, you're here. We got word those punks were spotted not far from here, boss. Whole place is on alert. We'll keep an eye out.
Who's in charge around here? I'll tear their heart out. I'm here to give your goddamn idiot leader a piece of my mind. You, the Nuka World waste pile that thought you could move your gang into sinners' territory and live? You give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
You listen closely. This land is ours. So turn around and crawl back under whatever rock you came from. Right now.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
Those raiders won't be causing us any more problems.
That's what I've been hearing. So I suppose your recent success brings us to the next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
I want to know more about managing the outposts. Basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses. Plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, depending on the state of the place when you hit it, This first outpost might already have some of the bare bones set up. All you've got to do is build up what's missing. If you want to run some jobs to convince more settlements to start sending supplies, well, you know how this works. You just come talk to me. And I was thinking, with the outpost coming as far as it has, might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the Commonwealth again. So, there anything I can do?
Looking to run a job?
Yeah. What kind of job we talking here?
About time I talked some settlers into providing us with supplies.
Put the fear in them. So which gang do you...
The pack.
I'll send word along. Or howl or something. So, where you want to do this? Huh. Was that... Huh. I think that one's your territory, boss. You're sure that's the one you want to hit?
That one's the target.
Just wanted to make sure. Bunch of ways you can convince these folks to hand over supplies. You can try talking them into it, or you could rough them up some. And if none of that works, well, just...
Hey, Shank.
Don't underestimate the power of beating the stuffing out of someone before you shake them down. A meal always tastes when you ain't the one.
Hey, you.
Just some radars for the radio station. Nothing free. What can I do for you?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just...
You know what? Never mind.
Fine.
Hey.
Oh, you. Look, whatever you're pushing, not interested.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, all right? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems. Hey, you.
Oh, you. Look, whatever you're pushing, not interested. Look, whatever you're pushing, not interested.
I tell you about my last run?
Nah. What happened?
Okay, so I get the name. Turns out I knew the guy. We grew up together. Life went way off the deep end, though. He owed a ton of caps. Felt awful for him. I mean, I still did it, but felt like a mercy thing.
Oh, yeah. You're a real goddamn saint.
You. Look, whatever you're pushing, not interested.
Listen, you're...